Am I the asshole? For walking away from my wife and kids at Costco? So today wife and the kids went to Costco for some shopping. While we were strolling through the aisles, we got to the refrigerator section and my wife picked a pack of yogurt drinks. My little one almost too saw the yogurt drinks and raised her hand as in asking for some. To which my wife said that she was going to take one out and give to her. My son saw this and asked for one too, which my wife proceeded to do. The second I saw her do this, I told her to stop and not give them the drinks as we hadn't paid for them. She said no, it was okay as we were going to pay for them anyway, and I replied that if she does it, I am gonna leave her with the kids there as it was really embarrassing in case someone called us out. She didn't listen to me and did what she said she would. So, I walked away from her leaving her with the kids and started looking at other things. Moments later, she called me saying that I should go back as the kids had finished their drinks. I was mad but I know how my kids are so I ended up going back. When I went back, we apologized to each other and kept going with our day. Now we are home and she's acting rude to me and just told me that she thinks I don't care about her at all and I treat her like crap, all on the base of what happened earlier. So, am I the asshole? For doing what I did, even though I gave her a fair warning? Couple reasons why I think I was right in doing what I did. 1. As far as I know it's illegal to open merchandise without paying for it even though you're still at the store. It's also trashy and embarrassing to do that if people notice you do it. 2. My kids are not easygoing as in, they don't take no easily. But I have been pretty good at teaching them their limits, giving them stuff this easily only makes their problem worse. However, my kids do understand that you can't open anything in the store until you're back at home or in our car. I don't want them to think it's normal to just open used store merchandise. P.S. Please excuse my language errors as English is my second language. Dia. One thing I learned from my mom, just don't take your young kids to Costco. The wife commented that he also left her with a full cart and a stroller that she couldn't handle by herself. So he essentially left her stranded in the middle of the store unable to move to stroll around and look at other things. Don't know where her comment went but it needs to be at the top. You're the asshole. Wow, today I learned so many people open food before paying for it. Feels like it goes against my moral compass. Not the asshole in popular opinion here from reading the comments, but growing up I was told to never open up anything from the store while in the store, especially before paying. I have worked retail and always cringe when moms hand me half-eaten or empty wrappers of food they let their kid eat while shopping. I would never partake in this, and if I ever have kids I will not give them any snack drink to have before paying. I personally don't like it when things are open consumed before purchase. The trash often remains in the shopping basket and more than once, there's been gross, sticky residue on the cart when I grab it. It's not that difficult to explain to kids that things have to be paid for before drinking them. Divert their attention, have them help with the shopping by finding items and putting them into the cart and it becomes a fun game. I'm with you but I'm probably in the minority. I'm horrified by seeing people snacking in the grocery store, but I do think at least some of them intend to pay for it. Not the asshole. You're the asshole. I used to work at Costco. Nobody cares as long as you pay for it before you leave. Can't tell you how many times we had folks arrive at checkout with items they had already opened were snacking on. I think you're overthinking it. You are way too concerned with what some strangers at Costco might think of you, and due to the unnecessary anxiety of coming off as trashy or whatever, you're being a jerk to your wife and making a big deal over nothing. Wow, where I live it really is trashy to open food and eat as you walk around the shops before paying. Going by the replies here it seems it's normal where you all live. Not the asshole, she's teaching them bad habits. What if she forgot her card one time and did this? Contrary to what the comments are saying, an item does not belong to you until you pay for it. It's stealing and yes, trashy. Not the asshole. Fascinating to read the legions of replies from people who have no fear of prosecution due to their physical appearance. Must be nice. If you haven't paid for it, it's not yours. Some of us learned this important, and at times, life-preserving lessons at the same age that your kids are now. Not the asshole. As a retail worker I agree it's trashy, you never know if your card will go through even if you have money. AITA. It is trashy and you all need to teach your kids the word no. Not the asshole. Don't open it until you buy it. If you know your kids are gonna throw a fit if they are told no, you should have either packed them snacks in the stroller or just bought a smoothie drink to share from the Costco food court. Not the asshole. It's trashy and a good way to make your kids believe they can get what they want where they want or just start being annoying. Everyone seems to hate the tantrum kids when you shop who didn't get what they wanted, but in this thread it looks like it's okay to do everything so the kids become like this. Not the asshole. That's a pet peeve of mine. Why don't parents plan on having a few snacks from home in their bags? You could have walked it up to the front and paid for it and brought it back. Not the asshole PPL who eat or open things in stores are tacky. Not the asshole. It is trashy. You don't consume things in the store until you've paid. Not the asshole opening food up before paying for it is both trashy and illegal. It bothers me that people both condone and do this. Not the asshole for the reason you explained. Alright, we need a poll. Is it okay to eat things in the grocery you haven't paid for? Why? N? Sound off in the comments. Not the asshole totally agree with the opening a product in store, not like you go to a car dealership and just help yourself, doesn't matter if it's Costco or wherever. But I probably would have found another reaction than walking off. Not the asshole. Trashy or not trashy aside, the explanation given for the kids learning to take no for an answer rises to the top. Emo. Teaching them while they're young is something that transcends the grocery aisle. Not the asshole, though you and your wife need some counseling to get on the same parenting page. She's allowed her feels just like you. And she is wrong for ignoring and dismissing your boundary. Think you both just need a bit of decompression and a good talk without any pressures round. Not the asshole, you are right, your wife was wrong. You do not open merchandise to give children until it is paid for. Going against the grain here and saying not the asshole, you clearly communicated your boundary about the drinks. You weren't gone for a long period of time, and both of you apologized afterwards. Also, those yogurt drinks can be messy and Costco is chaotic. I'd worry about making a mess. Not the asshole, I'm a mom. I never ever give things to my kids unless they are paid. They can wait 10, 20, 30 minutes to get what they want. To the people who are saying you're the asshole, I hate all of you. Not the asshole. You could have handled it better, but good on you for enforcing boundaries on the kids. Not the asshole. Just 'cause Costco employees are okay with doesn't mean it's appropriate. I'm not sure it's even legal. What's stopping people from eating and just leaving? I have seen the true side of am I the asshole? Today. So many of you thinking it's perfectly fine to just swan around a store, picking up food, eating what you want, as long as you pay for it. Meanwhile, spare a thought for the cashiers at the other end of your food spree, who have got your dirty, greasy, sticky fingers all over the pile of wrappers you present them with. I pray to insert $selected deity here that I never have to shop at a store that any of you frequent. Not the asshole. So glad you're up for teaching the kids some etiquette as your wife clearly isn't. Never done it. Not myself or my kids. They have never asked either. If they did, I'd be telling them that they can wait 10 minutes until I've paid for it and we have left the shop. Not the asshole, it's good teaching kids self-control. Fuck opening shit at stores they can wait to get sugary shit till you get home, it is trashy. Not the asshole. Opening foods in a grocery store is trashy. It shows a lack of self-discipline. Not the asshole. I would never let kids eat or drink something that has not been paid for yet. Plus they can really make a mess in the store. Who do you think is going to have to clean that up? Not them nor their parent. You told your wife how you would react and she totally ignored it, also didn't care about her input regarding the kids, so she knew what was gonna happen and still decided to disrespect you. She has no reason to complain. If anything, she could have had talked it out with you before acting like a child. But she did the typical it's easier to say sorry than ask for permission. Not the asshole. It was not paid for before consumption, then it's theft. Doesn't matter how people feel. It's the law. Not the asshole. I didn't even know people did this until fairly recently, and it's always been so trashy to me. It's unhygienic and potentially causes so many issues, like if the person who has eaten the product can't pay for the product in any way, their card declines, or they change their mind. Opening up food products in the store is risky and could promote bioterrorism, where people put things into products to poison others. Rare but does happen. Not the asshole. Opening and drinking stuff before buying it is indeed often illegal depending on location, so you're right not to encourage that. The drink is simply not theirs to drink until bartered for at the checkout. Plus it's trashy. I used to work in a supermarket and it was rare for anyone to do this. It'd only be chavs and druggies who would. And if there is one thing kids today usually need to learn, it's patience. Not the asshole. Only folks with privilege do this. You shouldn't eat and or open things up that you didn't pay for. I'm sorry, but black people know that we cannot do this at all. Good lord, he didn't leave them for life. He was uncomfortable and let her know if she did it, he was going to walk away. He came back as soon as they were done. Not the asshole even if everyone else is okay with it. He took himself out of an uncomfortable situation and that's okay. I don't like that wife claimed he treated her like crap over this, so maybe there is more to the story. Not the asshole. It's good manners and a way to prevent any misunderstanding to wait until you pay for merchandise before you eat or use it. It doesn't matter if everyone is doing it. It's also illegal. Till that people really walk around eating and drinking things they haven't paid for and think it's totes it's coolio. And, it's cool, because you are going to pay and everyone else walking around not paying isn't part of this conversation. As someone who works in retail, I can say that we all judge you and it's always annoying when people do this. Not the asshole. OP is right to feel embarrassed and walk away from his wife like they kids gotta learn some self-control and tough love sucks sometimes but is needed. Your wife's in the wrong. Not the asshole, it is trashy. I saw a chicken nugget on the floor at the grocery store last week. The world has gone mad. I can't believe all the whole responses. I was raised you don't eat or use anything until you paid for it. Until you pay for it, it is not yours. We learned at a very young age that lesson, not to take what's not yours. You're the asshole. It's widely accepted that kids snack on food and it's okay as long as it gets paid for. Life is fragile and unpredictable, enjoy your family, don't walk away from your family over some trivial crap. Not the asshole. That's a pet peeve of mine. Not the asshole. What the hell is going on this comment section? Costco is not a buffet. Not the asshole. You can only open stuff after you've paid for it. That's the etiquette. I understand the embarrassment. Not the asshole. I would be mortified if my kids were allowed to do this because my wife insisted. We would pay. I would remind them, wait and be patient.